Stepwise. Our story?
Your story.
Stepwise is a discipleship development program created by the URC for the URC and the wider church. It aims to release people's gifts in their faith and is part of how we walk the way as disciples of Jesus. The story of Stepwise began in 2016 when the General Assembly gave it the green light. Things began to get moving as work to design and create the materials got underway. In 2018, Stepwise was officially launched, and the first group began piloting the opening stream, Faith-Filled Life. And by the time 2020 came around, all 5 streams were written and ready to be engaged with.
Since then, groups have taken place across the URC, from Colwyn Bay to Cambridge, Blackburn to Bristol. This map gives you an idea of the extent of Stepwise activity, with each foot representing the location of a different group that has met to complete Faith-Filled Life. As we are all too aware, the COVID-19 pandemic hit in 2020, but this didn't stop Stepwise in its tracks, but became the catalyst for Stepwise groups to begin meeting online. It also allowed people to come together with a purpose in this difficult time. Many groups embrace this, and today most Stepwise groups are still meeting online. All the people you see on screen are from a Stepwise group that has met via Zoom during 2021. The work of these groups in this time has helped to drive communities forward during COVID. Because the Stepwise materials are held in the URC Learning Hub, all materials can be accessed online and worked through at your own pace and in your own time. The adaptable nature of Stepwise, and that it can be fully online when necessary, means some groups have been able to form across multiple synods. Now, over 80 people across more than 15 groups have completed Faith-Filled Life, despite the challenge of COVID-19. This is testimony to the adaptability of Stepwise and creativity of its participants and facilitators.
That's part of the story of Stepwise so far. But let's hear some other stories from a few Stepwise participants.
Stepwise has caused me to reconsider who I actually am in relation to God and who I am in relation to my church and the community I find myself a part of every day.
I think we can both say that in our Christian lives it's been one of the most rewarding things we have done together. For me, it has refocused the belief that God is in my middle and part of everything I do.
I entered into the experience open to develop my own discipleship. It has had a profound effect upon me in a way that few experiences of church have in recent years. I noticed that a few of us have made changes to our lives during the course of the stream.
It was a joy to meet up with other Christians from within the URC and develop new friendships. And we hope that together we can help our fellowship meet the future challenges we face, building on what we have discussed and learned.
The beauty of Stepwise is that it invites you to bring the presence of Jesus Christ into the everyday of life, right where you are.
We've done several of the Stepwise streams, and we were intrigued when we came to Faith-Filled Life and the project. What would it be like to go out in the village, not to invite people to come along to church, but to hear their story? And we heard how lonely they were, what a battle it is to try and sell things to people who seem to have moved to online shopping. And we realised what a role we could play in being a listening ear and coming to get to know them. And so from that, we've set up a chaplaincy where a group of local churches are working together. And our plan is to go in each week and meet with the shopkeepers and other local businesses, hear their story and build relationships.
We thought about who would be finding lockdown most difficult and needed to know that they were being thought about and that people cared. We decided that prisoners were even more isolated than usual. The person who coordinated the delivery of the cards, letters, poems and stars told us how overwhelmed by the impact this small token had on everyone.
I've learned to think more deeply about my faith and the challenges and questions that it raises. It has caused me to think about how some of the things I've learned might be implemented in my own life, in my local community, and in the church where I serve.
These stories have only been possible because of the work and support of General Assembly, so the Stepwise team would like to say thank you.
Thank you to those who supported the project,
To those who helped develop, design and create the materials,
to those who piloted the streams,
and to all participants who have stepped into Stepwise. Stepwise has come a long way since its conception. So, what comes next? Could it be you? Get in contact with the Stepwise team if you are looking to take the next step in your faith journey. Stepwise, our story,
your story.